Welcome to Venusian Soul Tarot. Today I'm back with a pick a card reading and it's going to be March predictions and we're going to look at what's coming up next month for you. So I want you to cast your gaze over the cards and ask your higher self which cards have a message for you. We have pile number 1, pile 2, pile 3 and pile 4. If you need to pause the video to meditate further, please do so. But for those of you who are ready, let's get started. Hi Group 1. So for this group, you are drawn to the card Garden of Love, and we have all wishes find fulfillment in time. Your faithful heart will be rewarded as your hopes blossom into fullness like flowers in a divine garden. And the affirmation is, I tend to my dreams and trust in divine timing. So for the month of March, this group, it's all about aligning you to your success with the Six of Wands, to your wish fulfillment. There could be an element of, I'm hearing clarity. I meant to say shedding because I was looking at the Eight of Cups, but I also heard clarity. And what's ironic with this card as well, we have true offering. May I release the fears, illusions, and addictions that keep me from true offering. May I relax into your plan, trusting that the next steps will always be shown to use me, love, use me for the highest, I'm yours alone. So with this card and this combination, I see you letting go and walking away and shedding any mental concepts, thoughts, lack mentality, limitations around abundance, any issues to your confidence that stop you from fully stepping into your destiny. March is like a turning point, or they're showing me like a pivot point where you can really either attain a lot of success or there's some sort of clarity. For some of you, there's some sort of remembrance or knowing in terms of, okay, this is what I want to do. Or you may have some sort of download that really helps you moving forward. And just feel for this group, it's like you'll look back on the month of March and realize just how significant it was. Especially internally, especially in terms of having some sort of remembrance or awakening and having clarity in terms of clarity of mind is what I'm hearing, the King of Swords and Judgment. But I also think for some of you, you may be tested when it comes to your boundaries, especially with Judgment, King of Swords, Eight of Cups. I feel like a cycle has closed out here with the Wheel of Fortune, and it's going to enable things to move more readily, especially as it pertains to your manifestations. Now, this can vary. For some of you, I do feel for many of you, this is around like career, abundance, your dreams, your life purpose, but it could also involve, manifesting connections as well. You have karma sitting above the Wheel of Fortune. There's nothing from a past life that can't be addressed in the current life. I feel this could also be not allowing your past to affect your future. You're definitely shedding, and you're definitely let going of things that don't really honor you anymore, is what I'm hearing, or can't come with you into the future. And especially with that inner child and that Eight of Cups, I feel like some of what you're walking away from, it may leave you feeling a little bit vulnerable in the month of March, because I'm getting this energy of like self-care, nurturing, honoring your needs. March is not a month for this group where I see you really pushing as such. That doesn't mean you may not take action, but it's like they're showing me you like pivoting. It's like they're turning you or shifting your energy in a particular way. There's something shifting inside of you that creates a change. Allow me to give compassion and love to that little one. Let me attend to its deepest needs and feelings. This is a month as well where you're really going to be drawn to go within and take care of you. I don't see you overly focused on other people. But again, with that Eight of Cups, you may be tested in the sense of people pulling on your energy. It could be past people or past energies as well that still have ties to you or still want a place or a role with or around you. So there may be that need to really be clear in terms of what you want and what you're going to allow into your future. But you also have here remembrance, and you have 38, master number 11. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything we've gone through as a soul and body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. Some of what you're shedding and letting go of is past life energy as well. These could be barriers and belief systems that you've adopted over many incarnations. There just could be vibrations that you're realizing don't serve you. You may find during the month of March as well, you're called back to other timelines. Again, for some of you, this is other lifetimes. For others of you, because I'm hearing as well astral travel. So for some of you, you may find you're doing some deep meditative or spiritual work where you're really reflecting and traversing time or traversing your story, because for some of you, this inner child and this nurturing, you may be going back to this inner child and to your experiences in childhood and sitting above the Hermit. Yeah, and again, with that Hermit, if you need time alone, Spirit is saying March is really the month where you're reflecting, you're going within, you're healing. It's not a time to really push yourself. The frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. You see, March is all about manifestation, especially on an inner level for this group. It may not be the month where the Six of Wands appears, but you're heading toward that. It's like it's leading you into that. But I feel like, yeah, there's a brand new cycle that's starting in the month of March. For those of you who are excited for 2023, but you felt like it got off to a slow start, I feel like now you're seeing, okay, finally things are moving, or finally it's starting to pick up, or now you can feel the new energy. But you're also, when I think of synergy, I do think of integration. So I also think you're integrating certain, memories, past experiences, past lives for some of you, past talents. You also have romantic love sitting above judgment. The frequency of romantic love supports our journey to feel whole and complete through the experience with and reflection of a conscious lover. For this group, I feel like you're feeling whole and complete within yourself. Although this Eight of Cups could have to do with reflecting or letting go of past loves, past connections. You may find during the month of March, your mind is drawn to connection and past experiences and what has or hasn't happened or worked. You also have Venusian Galactic Council. Starbeam guides, answer the call, time to shine. March is literally bringing you into alignment with your purpose. You may I feel toward the end of the month, feel a real pull or push to put yourself out there in some way, to start something new, to expand, to grow, to evolve, to step into your destiny. And it's so much about manifestation. But I feel, and this is sitting above the King of Swords, but I feel like, and with this one, it was above the King of Wands. So again, renewed confidence, renewed clarity, strength and assertiveness in terms of what you want and expressing that to others. We have Stellar Gateway activation, infinite potential manifestation vortex, and then you have Emerald Tablet activation, cosmic ordering, divine alchemy, conscious manifesting. I've seen manifestation for you so many times. Like it's all about, but it's about alignment, and it's about releasing what, if you felt blocked in some of your manifestations, I feel like March is the month where you get unstuck, where some of these patterns, past lives and energies, karma, past connections, past pain, inner child healing, blocks to confidence and belief systems, all of that is where you're going to be healing and shedding to step into this. I feel like as well, there's a bit of, I keep being drawn to the color green. If you feel called to go out in nature a lot for self-care, for grounding, for meditation, definitely do so during the month of March. I'm having trouble talking. I keep tripping on my words. I feel as well, and this is what I was saying, you're going to feel your energy come back in. Like you may have difficulty, may not necessarily be communicating, but I don't know. I feel like for this group, if you try to go to be more out there or to be more social or communicative, it may just be, you may notice blocks. Like it may just not flow for you, because I feel they're showing me like an arrow being pulled back. And I feel like there's going to be a lot going on internally. But again, I keep hearing alignment. You are going to have a heart chakra activation as well. And I feel like this process is what's going to help with this healing as well. It's going to help, I'm hearing, yes, expand you, but open your heart back up. And I'm hearing also open your heart back up to yourself. It's like you feel more, how would I say, expansive, confident, loving towards self. And that's what also helps to initiate or bring in this change and shift. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, group 2. So you were drawn to the card Shaman, and we have your magical heart can channel nature's love to heal yourself and the planet. As you ground and connect to nature, your inner power grows. And we have I am in tune with the healing power of nature. So again, nature, the natural world, connecting may be very important to you during the month of March. But I also feel, I'm hearing you're getting more in touch with the divine feminine energy within you. So I feel like this is a month where you're more in that vibration of flow, surrender, divine attunement. This isn't a month of like pushing, forcing. And it's funny because we have ambition underneath it. We have, may I offer all my deepest longings to love itself and invite a divine plan beyond the mind's imagining. Please use me for the highest good. So I see you in this vibration where you're taking a step back from, say you've had particular goals or outcomes or desires, especially mentally. You've had ideas of how things should go and how you want it to unfold and what it's going to look like. It's like you may be taking a step back from that to really allow your manifestations to come in. It's like I'm hearing there's a releasing of resistance with this 10 of Swords, the 7 of Wands, the 9 of Wands. It's like any barriers or resistance you've had to your heart's desires. It's like you may have had plans or set intentions, but you felt like you weren't receiving it or it couldn't flow to you as readily. What's changing is your energy and your approach. And because you shift that, it enables what you've been wanting and desiring to come in. It's like I see you spending a lot of time either in nature or just in a place of feeling really centered and relaxed and only taking action when spirit prompts you to. Yeah, with 10 of Swords and 10 of Cups, I'm also getting like the completion of a cycle. But it's a cycle in terms of a way of being. And I feel like you're letting it go so that you can step into a new energy, into a new vibration. And with that 9 of Wands, again, I think for some of you, it could have been barriers within yourself or barriers within your own consciousness. And you're realizing that they don't serve you. And I'm hearing there's an easier way to do things. And I'm not saying, if you have certain intentions, desires, or dreams that, you should just take the easy route and, that's not always the best outcome. But I just feel in general, it's like you're learning how to be more gentle with life and trust that what's meant for you will find you. For some of you, there could be a little bit of healing because with this healing power here as well, with the 10 of Swords, 9 of Wands, but it's preparing you for the 10 of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So sitting above 10 of Swords, we have right action. I can't pronounce that word, but it literally means let everything that wants to go, go, and everything that wants to come, come. This is literally your affirmation for March. And this is what I'm saying. For some of you, there's been a realization that what you were seeking, either what you were seeking or how you were going about it, wasn't bringing happiness or fulfillment. There's a reassessment. But I think for many of you, it's in how you approach it, not necessarily the goal or intention. Yeah, and you also have letting go. For those of you that are wanting to manifest love, it's like the more you surrender and let go of the focus on it, that's what brings in the 10 of Cups. But that won't resonate with all. What I'm hearing overwhelmingly though is when you let go for this group, what you desire comes toward you. And again, that doesn't mean giving up, that means surrendering. Everything is indeed out of control and God will hold it all. I can safely let go. Yeah, there's a renewed sense of trust in life, in yourself, in the divine. And it's enabling you to step into this new energy. With the Lovers next to the Seven of Wands, I get that feeling that I feel like you've outgrown an old way of being, because I'm almost seeing this as warrior energy. Or at the very least, it's a more forceful energy. It's a more like, you know, go-getter, make it happen, a bit more intense. Whereas I feel for some of you, you may be in this space where that energy just doesn't resonate anymore. With the Knight of Cups and the Five of Coins and Five of Pentacles, I feel like if you have struggled with lack, or you felt like, again, things weren't being offered, things weren't coming in, I feel like this shift is going to create a lot of change. And it's funny, here we have the solar plexus sitting above the Nine of Wands. Yeah, I feel for many of you, you've been in a cycle where you've really developed the solar plexus and that energy, but now it's being balanced with the sacral in the month of March. The frequency of the solar plexus chakra, the yellow flower of life, supports our sense of self and personal power and our willpower, as well as our knowing of who we are and what our contribution is to the whole. For this group, I feel like you know what your contribution is, but the change is how you're going to deliver the contribution, how you show up when you're stepping into this energy. We also have here communication. The frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balanced exchange. See, in the past, I feel like if you had a desire or there's something going on in your life, it would take you out of that flow. It would take you out of your center. What you're learning in March is how to anchor that energy from the heart space and be in that divine feminine flow state, even while taking action, even while prompted to move in a particular direction or undertake some sort of vision. There's just this sense of, I just heard renewed peace, actually. You've already discovered your power. I just read inner power here and we have solar plexus. You've already attained that power, that strength. But it's like now you're learning how to use it and speak it and express it with the divine feminine from a place of love. Yeah, there's a softening for this group. You may be feeling a little bit more gentle or sensitive during this time as well. The frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge, one that embraces the concept that while the corporeal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. I feel as though, again, there is this expansion, but it's expanding beyond your own barriers, your own boundaries of who you thought you were or how you thought things had to be. How you went about life is changing. But there's a big emphasis here on communication and self-expression. We have two cards. So Temple of Truth, throat chakra, authenticity, self-expression. You may be called during the month of March, especially even coming out of the month of March, to share more of yourself. I feel like you may be discovering a new aspect of yourself or a new side of yourself. And that may change how you want to do things or how you share yourself, your energy, or how you express in the world. And from that place, that could open up new pathways or new doorways. Okay, we also have here third eye activation, brow chakra, inner vision, clear seeing. So again, you're going to have, I think I said before, something around vision. Like you may receive a lot of visions when it comes to pursuing certain actions or a certain path. Like I just get the sense that spirit is going to be really communicating to you and with you. But it's also because you're more open. It's like if there were any blocks or barriers before, it's like now spirit can get through. Now spirit can, activate your consciousness, spark something in you, have you more intrigued or more willing to follow is what I just heard. So don't be surprised if you have a lot of dreams, a lot of visions. You may be feeling a lot more intuitive during the month of March. I wanted to say clairvoyant. You may have literal premonitions as well. But you're definitely going to receive a lot of guidance and clarity about your path moving forward. And Spirit's just asking you to really trust and honor that. And you have next to it as well, Soul Star activation. Fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are. We have that sitting beneath authenticity. So you're remembering or you're opening up aspects of, I want us to say new aspects of yourself. The Spirit's saying they're not new. They're just, it's like you're unfolding all aspects. It's like a multi-dimensional version of you. And with shaman as well, you could be involved in some sort of shamanic work, or like integration is what I'm hearing. There's a sense that you are recalling certain things, but that won't, for some of you, it's just aspects of your authenticity, your temperament that you're more comfortable now exposing. But you're going to feel a greater acceptance of who you are, but the fullness of who you are during the month of March. And I think it gives way to, for some of you, new desire, a new direction that Spirit is going to lead you into, but even new communication, something you're communicating or sharing with others. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, group 3. So you are drawn to the card Intuition. Your heart knows how to read and follow signs from the universe. Your choices don't need to make sense to anyone else. Your life answers only to your heart. And your affirmation is, I trust my intuition. I'm hearing, trust your guidance this month if you feel someone or something is not for you. I think you're going to be challenged to have compassion, maybe for self, but I honestly feel it's going to be for someone or a situation around you. There's a sense that, I don't want to say you'll be tested, but it's that energy that there may, with the 5 of Wands of 4 and 4 of Coins, it's like a sense of almost self-preservation, I want to say, or protecting your space, your energy field from something that you are intuitively sensing or someone doesn't serve you. With the 8 of Wands and 6 of Swords, I feel like you may choose to move away from something, or the month of March is when you have the clarity that this isn't working for me anymore. And I think you're going to have some sort of knowing with the 3 of Coins around what is worth your investment, where you want to give energy or what gives back to you. It's really having that strength to set boundaries and clarity with the Hierophant and the Queen of Wands. It's having clarity in your commitment to self, in your commitment to, okay, this is what enhances my life. This is what increases my passion, my inspiration, my connection to source. I feel like for some of you, there may be a new commitment you want to make that really aligns you with your inner well-being. Because with compassion as well, we have, as you pray each day for greater compassion, a new self is born, drawing new people and experiences. Dear Lord, help me feel ever deepening self-acceptance. May I see myself as you see me. See, I think for this group, you've already mastered self-love and self-compassion, but I feel like for some of you, you're ready for a new direction. You're ready for people and situations that align with your high vibration. And you may find that there's this phase where it's perhaps the energies around you just aren't resonating anymore, or they're difficult. I don't know. I just get that sense that your intuition is going to be telling you something's a little either off or you've outgrown it. You want to kind of create some space. You also have ease here. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. So that's your affirmation for the month of March. You may feel during the month of March almost a little bit frustrated, and that's where compassion is coming in. Not necessarily with yourself, but I'm getting this energy of, I've done the work on myself, I've grown, I've evolved, you know, I'm in this vibration, but when is the physical going to catch up to my energy? When is life going to reflect the changes internally? And it's like the physical world is changing, and it is going to be in alignment with you and the shifts you've made. But again, the physical world is denser and can take time. Sometimes it's a little bit longer for us to kind of shift into that energy. You also have here love. Divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation, only love itself. I feel like you've already learned that. I feel for this group with the Queen of Wands, you've already attained a certain level of mastery when it comes to, I just said initiation, but I meant to say self-love, self-mastery, self-compassion, listening to yourself. It's like I feel like you've already found a lot of what you desire inside of yourself, but it's just time until the physical replicates that. And you have transitions sitting above Five of Wands. Yeah, you are going through a huge transition spiritually. You've already gone through a lot of growth, but there could be some turmoil with the Five of Wands as you go through this. Or even with the Five of Wands, it could be people that, as you've transformed, people or environments that knew the old version of you or were comfortable with a former version of you. It's like there may be some resistance from them. That's what I'm feeling, because I'm not feeling all this energy is coming from you. So we have transition. The frequency of transition supports our deep understanding of the ever-changing nature of existence in our lives so that we can learn to let go, surrender to the process, and allow transition to occur with ease and grace. So Spirit is saying you are going through this transition, and you have been, and during that month, the month of March, it's like it's still underway, but it's preparing, it's building up to the changes you want to see in the physical. We also have here allowance. The frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. For this group, you've expanded to such a degree, and I think that's where the frustration is, because I feel like you've done so much work, and your vibration, like it's like you are this divine love. You are so connected with Source. You embody divine love and compassion. You've already attained that. But there's going to be some shifts but there can be some reactions, first of all, to other people, to this new energy field, especially those that haven't attained that within themselves. And it's really learning to set boundaries and just not absorb it, which I think you already know, but I see you moving away from people, circumstances, and it's like the universe is drawing you closer to the things that match your vibration, the things that really deserve that energy. I think you're going to be really clear again with that Hierophant on what you want to give energy to or who you want to give energy to. Yeah, a very intuitive month, like your intuition, your gut, it's like a knowing, a gut instinct is going to be so on point. The frequency of the sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. Yeah, there's a lot more coming to you, especially with the Eight of Wands beneath the sacral chakra. But it's like, number one, I heard patience, but it's being open. You may find not only is it a great month for intuition, especially if your work involves intuitive abilities or practices in some way, but it's also going to be a really powerful month when it comes to, when it comes to clarity, I feel, or knowing in terms of your own creative abilities, your dreams, your desires. And I just noticed we have here 6 of Swords, we have 43, 7, we have Strength number 8, and we have 9, 6, 7, 8, 9. Spirit is guiding you and is leading you, but again, it takes time. If you're feeling, I keep getting that message of, I've done all this work on myself, I've attained a new level of consciousness, I've healed, but why isn't the physical world reflecting that? So for those of you where you feel either new connections aren't coming in that are at your vibration, or your abundance is slowed, you're not receiving the amount of abundance you desire, it's like Spirit is saying it's in the works, it's coming. Yeah, I think you're definitely going to be attracting greater abundance, but March may only be the lead in to this energy. It's going to pick up as the year progresses. Yeah, but what I'm hearing is your knowledge of self is unshakable. You've developed such a firm foundation within yourself and with Source that not much can throw you off. You have inner earth, base chakra, strength and security laying foundations. So again, you may be really doing work around the root chakra and the sacral, or balancing those energies. I see you being more in this flow state with ease and sacral chakra. I see a very beautiful divine flow, but you may need to do some meditations on the base chakra to, in terms of security, especially for those of you who feel like your abundance is slowed or you haven't yet received the opportunities that bring stability. Because you are, with the Six of Swords beneath it, we have transition, and we also have transition here. You're in the middle of a transition still. Yeah, sitting above the Three of Pentacles, be open to your intuition, really communicating your creative gifts or a new path for you in terms of creativity and abundance, I'm feeling. Or just life purpose in general, because we have embraced by light, mission uncovered, don't give up. And for those of you that know your talents, but you're waiting on more abundance or more opportunity around it, I feel like that's coming. There's a lot of transitions and activations happening in your light body. Like I see your literal energy field being flooded with light. So you're integrating a lot. And again, you've been through so many growth cycles for this group. I can tell that you're already very advanced. But in order to perhaps attain and reach the heights of your life purpose and, you know, what you want to do in the physical, it requires a lot of growth. It requires a very high level of consciousness and awareness. So you also have Thoth light codes, light initiation. You have light initiation, embraced by light, great teacher awakening, divine magic. Yeah, it's like you're stepping into a new phase of self. And for some of you with a Hierophant, this transition is necessary because you're stepping into being some sort of spiritual teacher, mentor, guru. Not a guru in the most positive sense, someone that others emulate and can look up to. It's like you're sharing your wisdom, sharing your awakening, sharing your truth, your creativity, your love. And I feel like from that place, it's going to bring in a lot of blessings and a lot of opportunity. And I just keep hearing for this group, don't give up. If you feel like I've done all this work and I'm meant for big things and I know I have a beautiful mission here, Spirit is saying, yes, you do right now. And even during March, it's like a rocky transition phase that sets where you're getting prepared to set that foundation to really build and expand and evolve. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, group 4. So the first thing I heard when I lay your cards was healing the heart around connection. There's something in the month of March where I see you really reflecting on what has been in connection. It could be past pain as well, things that kind of didn't pan out. There's just that sense of healing and opening up again, or being more open, especially to divine love. Whatever that means for you. If you're not interested in a romantic relationship, it's opening up more fully to divine love within you. It could be divine love with friends, soul tribe. But I do feel it's like month is oh my God, I cannot speak today. March is a pivotal month in the set. And it's funny, we have magical 3 and we have March. So the number 3 may be really significant as well. But it's like March may be a pivotal month in terms of a turning point around opening up and bringing in new connections. There's some sort of healing work you do where it just shifts your energy or it shifts your mindset. You release a big chunk of past pain or memory tied to a connection that enables new connections to come in. So you have help is on the way. The love in your heart attracts your soulmates. Sacred relationships make many good things possible. And we have as your affirmation, sacred connections create magic and healing for all. Yeah, I feel like you're opening back up to the magic of connection. Intention. Intention is simply allowing the will and the mind to align and move in harmony. May I always focus on the highest. My intention is that all God's wishes for me come true. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, you're also opening back up to life. It's like any past pain or anything that was, I heard, like a sticking point, things that were difficult, past karmic cycles, karmic connections. It's like you're really clearing them out in the month of March. With you have 7 of Coins, 10 of Wands, 4 of Swords. I feel like you are going to be in this phase where you may be more solitary or more in a space of healing and reflection. And with that 10 of Wands, but it's like you're reflecting on where you've invested in the past, but it may have been there may be somewhat of a feeling of, I invested here and it really didn't pan out for me. Like I don't know if these memories are going to be the happiest, but it's like understanding what they taught you, understanding or taking the wisdom and the lesson and releasing that pain, not carrying it with you, letting go of the burden. Especially with this set, we have the 7 of Swords, 5 of Swords, Queen of Swords, 8 of Swords, and you see all sword energy. Like 5 out of 8 cards are mental sword energy. A lot of healing around the mind. I feel like for some of you, there's been some resistance around connection. I just heard trusting yourself, because part of what you may be healing is the fact, like say you allow someone into your life and then they betray you or they hurt you with the 7 of Swords, or it turned out to be karmic. It's like, it's feeling then, oh, maybe I can't trust my own judgment. Maybe, you know, I will get it wrong again. Maybe it's not safe. It's that type of energy where it could have affected your ability to really believe in yourself, or it affected, or it left you in this space with this Queen of Swords where that boundary is so strong that people can't come in with the 8 of Swords, and it keeps you isolated. You're reassessing, number one, where these boundaries came from and past pain, and completely healing and releasing that, but also where you want your boundaries to be now moving forward. What works for you, what doesn't. Old beliefs as well, the things you've told yourself around, you know, who you are, how you feel, what you want. Like I see you really, you're expanding the boundaries. Spirit is showing me you like opening the boundaries back up to allow more in, especially to allow more connection in, essentially. With the 7 of Swords, 5 of Swords, for some of you, I feel like there's a really deep fear here of being hurt again, of something not working out again. And I do think for a lot of you, it's around connection, relationships, family, trust. It has to do with other people. And it's almost like Spirit during this month is helping you to see why things happen and what the meaning was, what the lesson was, so that you are not falsely accusing yourself. So you're not in that space of, oh, it was my mess up, or I should have known better, I should have done better, whatever that is. It's like now you can see, okay, I understand why it happened that way. You have Awakening sitting above 7 of Coins. Oh my Lord, wake me from life as a spiritual sheep. May I hear you through my own instincts and common sense. The other thing you're realizing is Spirit and God is always working with you and guiding you, but I feel like you're going to be making more time during March to actually drop into that wisdom or really hear that intuitive knowing. And I feel like you may feel that Spirit is speaking to you more clearly. With Divine Love sitting above 10 of Wands, they're letting me know that the connections coming in for you are nothing like what has been. And that's why with that 10 of Wands, you're shedding that, because it's not relevant to where you're going now. You learnt the lessons, you know, you strengthened your boundaries. I think boundaries was one of the lessons you were learning, but maybe it's like you've really mastered boundaries to the point that no one can get in. So it's like, and maybe not no one, but it's like those boundaries are a little too firm. So it's like learning how to maybe be a little bit more flexible, not removing the boundaries, but I see you being more open. When you offer everything to the divine with detachment, you begin a love affair with Spirit. I see you being more surrendered as well. More surrendered, it's like you have this epiphany that even the things you thought didn't work out, and on a physical level, perhaps they didn't work out, perhaps they were negative, but you realize they worked out exactly the way they needed to according to divine plan. That's helping you gain a renewed trust and faith that what is meant for you will find you, and Spirit is working in and for your behalf. We have 4 of Swords. So 4 of Swords beneath passion. The frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies a hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. It assists us in finding the balance within this intensity, moving us from chaos to the calm of its core, where we can let its long-lasting wisdom fill us up. See, I feel with this, there's some emotional healing, but it's like you're tapping into the emotion that's behind these thought and belief patterns. Because these beliefs and these thoughts emulate from past experiences and past pain. So it's like now you're really tapping into, okay, this is what triggered it. This is what got me started on this path or in this direction. It's like when this emotion is liberated, it sets you free. Yeah, Page of Wands, Gaia. I feel like you will be opening up as well toward the end of the month to new possibilities. Not just in connection, but in every aspect of your life. The frequency of Gaia reminds us that we are infinitely connected to one another, just as we are to our great mother and to the universe that birthed us all. And it's like recognizing, I think you're learning during the month of March, it's almost the energy of unity consciousness, where you're seeing past the human element and seeing people for the soul, the essence. It's like, it's not overlooking, it doesn't excuse. Like if someone's hurt you or betrayed you, it doesn't undo that fact, it doesn't make it right. But it's like you're seeing where they're at in their journey, perhaps. You're seeing that from their perspective or their frame of consciousness, they weren't capable of acting beyond that. There's more forgiveness and compassion for yourself and others. Not to say you haven't had that already, but it's just at a new level, because Spirit is wanting you. I see during the month of March, it can be a huge breakthrough in terms of you letting go of the, you know, the 10 of Wands, the 7 of Swords, the 5 of Swords, the 8 of Swords. I see you letting go of a huge release is going to happen that enables the new to come in. You have root chakra. The frequency of the root chakra, the red flower of life, stimulates passion and supports our sense of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies and in the physical world. So we've had passion twice for you. And again, I think there's new passion for many of you coming in connection, but I also feel you're going to feel more passionate about life, because for some of you, I feel like you've been really stuck in the mental body, and the mental body tends to obviously be a little more linear or a little more dry, more fear-based. And it's like you're anchoring or dropping into that heart space, and you were drawn to that jade crystal as well. So I'm getting that sense of, and plus the green here, there's huge heart chakra healing. And as I say that, we have higher heart activation, dropping shields, divine love, your heart is healed. Yeah, March is the month where your heart is completely healed. And again, dropping shields, it's like some of these barriers are coming down, and Spirit's really working with you because you're safe now. And I'm hearing it's the end of a cycle, and you have here end of a cycle. It's the end of a karmic cycle. And I feel like you're going to be, part of what helps you really release this energy is looking back and realizing actually things did go according to plan. I did follow my intuition and it didn't lead me astray, because they were exactly the people, the situations, the circumstances I needed to elevate, to expand. So we have energetic shift, new information, end of a cycle. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of new opportunities coming in for you, coming into say April, May, June. For the rest of 2023, it's going to be like a brand new life, a brand new year. But again, March is instrumental. It's like you're going to look back and you're going to realize, oh my God, March was the most valuable month this year, even if it was difficult in terms of some of this healing work and shedding. So we have Orion activation, a lot of activations, especially around the heart chakra. Maybe the root chakra as well, but definitely the heart chakra. We have supernova, recreation, renewal, rebirth by light. You're going to be feeling so much more passionate, inspired, lit up, vibrant. Your energy is going to come back for those of you who have felt uninspired or drained. And that the reason that emotional energy was there was because I feel like the heart was a little blocked or closed. And with that activation, it's like it sparks you back to life. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day.